Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of the Aerosoft Airbus X tutorial series. Today we are going to be starting up the aircraft in preparation for our flight to Dice in Aberdeen, Scotland. So the first thing we want to do is set the aircraft to cold and dark state. So we come to this computer, set aircraft state to cold and dark. Give it just a sec to power everything down, and then we can start with our own startup sequence. To do that, the first thing you'll ever do is turn on your battery number 1 and 2. Next, you'll turn on the APU generator and master switch, as well as turning the ADIRS to nav, left, wait for the light to go out, right, and center. Next, we're going to come down, turn on APU oxygen bleed, as well as the cabin lights, smoking, seat belts, and exit. We'll turn on our fuel pumps, and that's it for the overhead panel. Now we can come down, turn on the radio panel, set the parking brake just to be safe, turn on the e-carrying displays, as well as the primary flight displays and multifunction displays. And next we can start the pre-cockpit preparation, the cockpit preparation checklist. So you go to checklists, turn on checklists, turn on co-pilot, and then start the cockpit preparation.
Okay, let's start with the cockpit preparation checklist.
Meanwhile, we can tune into the ATC
Both on.
ATIS,
APU
so
is
see
on.
what runway will be on,
Navigation lights,
and the weather.
Set on.
engine master,
Both off.
engine mode
here.
selector,
Check normal.
landing gear lever,
Checked.
parking brake,
Is on.
flaps,
Checked position.
speed brake lever,
Checked retracted.
thrust levers,
Idle.
transponder mode,
Checked standby.
radio control panel,
Is on.
cam recall,
Checked.
anti-skid,
Is on.
flight director,
Is on.
emergency lights,
Checked arm.
no smoking signs,
Is on.
anti-ice,
Are off.
power window heat,
Is off.
air condition,
Checked.
ventilation panel,
Checked.
electric panel,
Checked.
fuel pumps,
Are on.
hydraulics,
Checked.
active brake pressure,
Checked.
ground proximity warning system,
Are on.
electronic flight control system,
Is on.
ADIRS,
Checked.
emergency equipment,
Checked.
checklist complete.
Okay then, so now that that checklist has been completed, we can start setting up the MCDU. First thing we're going to do, we'll clear out this message with the clear button, and then we'll go to initialization in init. So first thing we're going to do is put in our departure and arrival, so that is EGLL. Sorry, we need to put on keyboard input EGLL to EGPD. Insert that here. We can align the IRS. Our flight number will be BAW1310, and the cost index is 20. And our cruising flight level is 220. Next, we need to go to our block fuel index. First thing we'll do is load the fuel. So we go to Aerosoft Airbus X fuel planner down here. I've set it to EGLL to EGPD. 114 packs, 2,437 kilograms of cargo, and our block fuel to enter is going to be 8.3. So we'll load in the fuel and payload. Click OK. And if we go into the sim, when I unpause, you'll be able to see the aircraft sink down on its suspension after the passengers and cargo has been loaded. So just take a look. There you go. All of our passengers and cargo has been loaded, and we can continue with the preparation. So we need to put in 8.3 for the block fuel intake, and now we can go to flight plan. We won't put the SID in until a bit later after we've been given our instructions for takeoff, but we can take out this discontinuity. Go to EGLL, next waypoint is going to be BPK, so just type that in and set that as the next waypoint, and then it will come up as EGLL to BPK, and then from BPK we can select airways, and we'll put in the A47. Sorry, no, we missed something on our flight plan. We just need to set the next waypoint from BPK to LIC. And then from there we can go to airways, I hope. A47. Okay, that's not working. So we are just going to have to set the next waypoint to LIC19, which is the next waypoint on the flight plan. That's not in the database either. That's annoying. Okay, so from LIC we're just going to go directly to a waypoint called Pole. So we will try that. Here it is. So we're going to go from LIC to Pole, and from there we should be able to use airways. So we'll go via the P18 all the way to ADN 24, which isn't working, so just double check that. We'll take it then to valid, and we can insert that. Now it should have all the waypoints going all the way to valid, and then from valid to EGPD we need to go direct to ADN 40, to the ADN 40. So we'll try that as the next waypoint, and that's not in the database, so we can't actually use that. From there we'll be instructed by ATC how to get to EGPD, so hopefully. So we'll have to just take out the discontinuity, and from there we'll just check that there's none of those left, and we'll discount. Okay, and we'll put in our SID after pushback probably. So the final thing we have to do here for setup is go to performance, and we'll tell it that we want to do a flaps 1 takeoff. And next we need to put in our V1, VR and V2 speed. Usually it does it automatically. Hasn't quite done that yet, so hasn't done it for us, so we'll just do it manually. We'll just choose some random numbers. 145 knots. for V1, rotate at 150, and positive rate V2 at 153. And from there we can leave it to the co-pilot to help us the rest of the setup. So what we need to do is close the doors so we can go outside. Should have a jetway, don't for some reason, but press Shift E to close the doors, and then automatically it should start in here.
Windows and doors.
Closed and locked.
APU.
APU is on.
APU lead.
Is on.
External power.
Disconnected and off.
Cabin signs.
Meanwhile, we'll
Is
tune
on.
into
Thrust lever.
air
Idle.
traffic control and request our clearance IFR.
Is on.
Barrel reference.
1013.
1013. Check. Beacon lights.
That's worth noting.
Set
We
on.
need to climb to 7,000 feet after takeoff, so I'll just note that down on a small piece of paper. And from there we'll await further instructions. Now we just need to request our taxi clearance and we can start the pushback. For the pushback we'll probably need around 12 meters and we'll be going not sure which direction, so we'll just have to get our taxi clearance first and work from there.
Uniform with Lima, ready to taxi IFR.
Airbus Golf, Echo, uniform. Taxi to and hold short of runway 9 right. In taxiway, Lima, Bravo, Alpha. Contact tower 118.5 when ready.
Runway 9 right, or I'll just note that down as well. So we can put in our departure SID and we'll acknowledge our taxi clearance and turn on the progressive taxi. We need our tail to be pushed back to the right 90 degrees, so we'll just put that into the second computer, set it to start and push, 12 meters. And our tail to the right 90 degrees, and we can start pushback.
Flight deck to ground.
Go ahead.
ATC clearance for push and start received. So please confirm ground equipment and services are
The
clear.
co-pilot will start to talk to the ground controller.
Ground equipment and jetway clear. Doors closed and steering pin in position. Awaiting your instructions.
Start pushback.
Roger. Please release parking brakes.
Parking brake released.
Okay. Starting pushback. Clear to start both engines.
Is okay.
So the AC manual will disappear while they're pushing back. But meanwhile we need to start up the engine, so what we're going to do, we're going to turn this knob to start mode and start
Starting
number 2.
engine 2.
Wait for the engine to spool up and then we'll start number 1 as well. In the meantime we can set the autopilots for later. So we need to set the altitude to 7,000 feet. Our heading is managed and our speed will be set by the auto throttle afterwards.
Engine 2 is stabilized.
So that's done, and now we can start engine number 1.
Number 1.
I might have underestimated the distance here between us and the main taxiway, so we've stopped quite far from it, but we'll live with that.
Engine 1 is stabilized.
Pushback complete. Please set parking brakes.
Excellent, so now we'll just set the parking brake. go into the
Parking brake
after start
set.
checklist.
Okay, tow bar disconnected. Nose steering pin removed and all clear signal to the right. Have a good flight.
Let's proceed with the after start checklist.
Engine mode selector.
Set.
APU lead.
Set off.
APU master.
Set off.
Ground spoilers.
Set.
Rudder trim.
Checked. 0.
Pitch trim.
Set.
Flight controls.
Okay, so flight controls, we need to go full left.
Full left.
If you able to see that on the bottom you can. Then full right.
Full right.
Neutral.
Neutral.
Full up.
Full up.
Full down.
Full down.
Neutral.
Neutral. Rudder.
Full left. Full right.
Full left.
Full right.
Full right.
Neutral.
Neutral.
Check. Flaps.
Flaps 1
Anti-ice.
are off.
Beacon status.
Checked.
Beacon door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Received.
Checklist complete.
Okay, so that will conclude our video on starting up the Aerosoft Airbus X. The next video we will taxi and take off, and we'll climb to cruise, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe.